Hello there everyone, and this is Felix from Felix the Dev, and today we're going to talk about 3 extracurricular activities you should get into as a computer science student. And so let's get started with that. So before we get into the details of this discussion, we should know why is this important for you as a computer science student. Why should you dedicate your time getting involved in these type of activities? So my personal belief is that these extracurricular activities help you develop skills by engaging and participating in them, that these skills that you're going to gain are going to help you in the workplace in the future once you graduate. And the skills that I talk about are communication skills, interpersonal skills, and all those types of abilities and skills that you're going to need in situations that you're going to encounter in the workplace. So for instance, as I've seen through time, is that in software development or in the tech industry, and this applies to a lot of industries as well, a lot of the projects that you're going to encounter on are going to be done in teams. So these activities can help you work with others, hence develop the skills to go and work in a professional setting. So what is the first one? Number 1 is student organizations. And these are organizations that are in your campus. A good one that I know that is very common out there among campuses is the Association for Computing Machinery, or ACM. And you should check in your campus. There might be a chapter for it already. If not, just set it up. And this is just one of those student organizations. There's more. My campus, we had the Association for Computer Science Students, which I was president of, and I worked a few years during my bachelor's degree. So what these organizations are going to help you is that you're going, as I said, you're going to work with others, you're going to develop interpersonal skills, you're going to learn how to communicate your ideas and respect the point of view of others, and also you're going to be able to impact your university in a positive way. And many of those positive impacts can last even after you graduate. For instance, you can work in a activity like building, setting up a room for the students to gather along, help paint it, and that tangible product of that project is still going to be there after you graduate, which is very gratifying. So definitely take a look at getting into student organization. And also another benefit before we get to the next one is that student organizations are very good for your resume. When an employer is going to interview you, he's going to look also that you know your stuff, right? You know how to code, what is the technical skills for the job, but he's also thinking, is this candidate going to blend in with my existing development team? Is he going to blend in with the company culture? And by having these activities in your resume, which serve as a good point of conversation, employers can get a feel of how are you as a person, right? And that you know how to communicate with others. Because as I've seen through time, is that we as developers, we know how to solve problems using technology, but sometimes we get so caught up, and I'm speaking from the heart, from experience, that we get so caught up in the details and the technical aspects, and we forget how to communicate with people that are not from the technical field, or maybe they know a little bit, but they don't know about, for example, about server-side rendering, React.js. Why is React better than this and that using this? So just working in student organizations is going to help you communicate. So it's going to help you in the workplace. So number 2 is hackathons. So hackathons, as with student organizations, they're going to help you learn to work with other developers. But on this type of scenario, is a lot like a real job. So you're going to work with a team of developers, and you're going to use your skills and your knowledge to develop a minimum viable product, or an MVP, which is a lot what you do on the real job. So hackathons are a perfect warm-up for the professional life. So, and what I learned a lot in hackathons is that by working with other developers, I had to learn some tools such as version control, like Git, so I could contribute and keep track of the code that we were publishing. So that was a perfect scenario to learn how to work with other developers. I had to listen to their opinions, their recommendations on, okay, we should do the project this way, we should do the application that way. And that is a lot like the professional world. So I recommend hackathons. If you're a computer science student, go to a hackathon. It's going to help you make long-lasting connections that later on, you never know, you meet a developer that you worked with, and maybe 5 years down the road he's working at a company that you're applying, and he can help you land that job, basically. You never know. Like, the world, time flies by, and you don't know how, just like thing changes, and you never know. So also, a benefit from going to hackathons is that you're going to build a side project that you can later work on. And this is beautiful, this is wonderful, because you can add it to your resume. And an employer can see that, okay, you know how to code, but you have something to show for it. Like you can show the employer, hey, I built this application with these other developers, and it works. It's a real thing. It's a real product that they can touch and experience. So it's very good, because it's going to give the employer the confidence that this candidate, knows and can deliver on the job. So hackathons are very good for that. So go to hackathons. So number 3, that is meetups. So meetups are an excellent opportunity to meet other talented developers in your area. And when you meet them, you can connect with them in LinkedIn, which is what I always recommend, and build a long-lasting relationship that can transcend years to come. So, for example, maybe you're in your 3rd or 4th year, right, of your degree, and you go to a meetup, and you met this developer, and when you graduated, maybe 3 years down the road, you saw on LinkedIn that they were hiring. So he can be your connection for your first job. So going to meetups has a really good social component for your career that you can benefit and leverage, which is very important for your career success. So go to Meetups. So also before we sum up, Meetups, you're gonna have a chance, right, to talk to other developers. And what I've seen is that sometimes on those meetups, people bring their challenges. Maybe they're working on a project, right? And they don't know how to solve a problem. Maybe a technology is breaking, or they're getting this error, and maybe you know how to solve it. So you could help a person solve the problem and get that project going, which is very great, right? Which is excellent, because you're already using your skills that you know as a student to solve real world problems, which in the workplace is what you do. So this is a great opportunity for that. So yeah, so there you go, the three. But my big takeaway for you guys from this whole video is that these experiences can help you prepare for success in your professional career. So, student organizations, hackathons, and meetups, you can add them to your resume, and it shows to a potential employer that you're a well-rounded individual and can work with others. Because, as I said before, software development in companies is mostly done in teams. So employers want people who can code. You know, that's very important. But also a candidate that can work with developers that are already working in the company. So I hope you liked this video, you obtained some value from it, and if you liked it, loved it, click that like button and share it with all your friends so we can help as many computer science students as possible. And don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you want to receive all my videos with all the content delivered to your phone, to your computer, click on that bell icon so you don't miss a video. So, oh, and also, before I finish this video, I just opened a LinkedIn group for computer science college students where we are helping computer science students succeed. So if you want to be on that group, check out the link on the description below. So, and that will be all for today, guys. So, see you on your next video.